Hi everybody and welcome. In today's video, we're going to be unboxing the Play-Doh Fun Factory. So this is something very interesting. And as it says, it's a fun factory, so you know it's going to be exciting. It shows it has 3 colors inside. They've shown them here. It also shows for the mixing of the colors. You see how they mix? That's so that you can create multiple colors out of this factory. For example, a sun can be made out of it, a rose, or even a butterfly. So what is the Fun Factory and how does it work? Well, that's been written here as well. Also, some special features are here for all of us to know. And on the side, here are the contents, all the different parts that are inside the box. So let's begin, huh? First, unseal the box and remove all the contents. What do we have? Well, this is the yellow Play-Doh. This is the blue color Play-Doh. And this is the red color Play-Doh. It also has a Play-Doh knife. And these are the extrusion strips. This is the Play-Doh extruder. The extrusion strips can be fixed into the Play-Doh extruder to get different shapes. We'll see how that works a little bit later. And these are 2 vacuum forms with different shapes on them. So let's get started, shall we? First, roll out all 3 Play-Doh colors. You get the blue Play-Doh. You roll some yellow Play-Doh. And what was that third color? I know we had a third color. What was it? Yes, that's right. The red Play-Doh. We're getting all our colors in shape and ready to be used. So let's start with some blue. Cut off a little bit of blue Play-Doh. And cut off a little bit of yellow Play-Doh. And mix them together. You have blue, you have yellow, you have blue, you have yellow. What's going to happen? A whole new color is going to emerge. Can you see that? It became green. Isn't that amazing? Yellow plus blue equals green. Fantastic. Let's cut out some red Play-Doh. And how about some yellow Play-Doh? And can you guess what we're going to do? That's right, we're going to mix them too. So red plus yellow, red and yellow, red, yellow, red, yellow, red, yellow. And before our eyes, what do you see? Orange. It's like magic, isn't it? It's amazing how you get a new color from 2 other ones. And take some more blue, and now some red. And we mix that. This is really amazing. What color is going to come now? And there we have our darkest color. Let's just call that the dark one. It's going to be slightly purplish, slightly gray, but we'll call it the dark color. So where we had 3, blue, yellow, and red, we now have 6. Hey, Mr. Furry's looking at all this with a lot of excitement. So let's get started. Let's use the vacuum forms. Let's use the yellow Play-Doh. And we're going to make a beautiful flower. And you put that in to the mold. And anything extra, you can just trim it off with the knife. Use a little bit of Play-Doh to pull it out, and we have our flower. Nice and simple and pretty and beautiful. Now let's take some red Play-Doh. And we put it into the same mold. We're going to create the same shape, right? But it's going to look different because it has a different color. The red inside the mold. Use a little bit of Play-Doh to pull it out, and we have a red flower. Now if we take some green Play-Doh, we can make some leaves. There, you see the molding at the bottom? We put that in, flatten it. Again, any extra we just trim off to the side. And then we take a little bit of Play-Doh to pull it out. And on the other side, the detailing makes it look like a perfect leaf. We can make a couple leaves. If we have 2 flowers, we should have at least 2 leaves, huh? Press the Play-Doh down. And very easily and simply it comes out as another beautiful leaf. 2 flowers, 2 leaves. What's next? Well, how about now we take some orange Play-Doh and make a sun. So take a little bit of the orange Play-Doh and push it into the center mold. From this side, it looks like a circle, but when we pull it out, we're going to see we have a little sun. Pressing it down, make it nice and even. You see that? A little bit of a face, huh? How about we now do a butterfly? Let's use some yellow Play-Doh to make the butterfly. Use 2 thumbs, press it all inside the mold. If you flip it around, you can see what it's going to look like when we're done. Use the knife to even it out. And press it against the mold. And there's our butterfly. He's looking pretty adorable. We have a lot of options here. How about we try one more? Let's make a car. So for the car, I think the dark colored Play-Doh is the right one, huh? And there we go. Now, let's take the extrusion strip and fix it inside the Play-Doh extruder. The extrusion strip has different kinds of shapes, so you can choose whichever you want. Let's start with that one, the very first one. And take some green Play-Doh and place it inside the extruder. And you press, there it comes out. Nice, thin strips. This is an excellent way to make something like grass. We have butterflies, we have flowers, we have leaves, but for grass, it's much easier and looks much better to use the extruder. The extruder is a really cool toy. You can do all kinds of things with it. When you're done with the green Play-Doh though, you want to clean it up so that it's ready to be used for any other color and any other kind of shape. So there we go. Take out the extra green Play-Doh. Now let's use a different part of the extruder strip. You put some light green Play-Doh inside the extruder. Once again, it's getting ready to be pushed out. But instead of using thin strips, we're going to do thick strips. Press down, and there it comes out again. 3 thick strips, green Play-Doh. Use the knife to cut it off. Now, if the thin strips were the grass, what would be the use for the thick strips? Well, we're going to use them to be the stems of the flower. Mr. Furry's watching it all and wondering, what are we going to do with the thick strips? Well, it's time to arrange them all together. Use the thick strips and place them like so, and they become stems, on top of which you're going to put the flower. That's the first flower. That's the second flower with its own stem. Now put some leaves. Leaves can be at the bottom, they can be at the top, they can be anywhere you want, but it looks nice when they're on either side. And then, of course, the thin strips of green make for grass. And it all sits on top of a base. Use that final strip for the base. It looks perfect now. If we have flowers and stems and leaves and grass, well, maybe also the butterflies too. So place the butterflies on top of one of the flowers, like he's flying right towards the flower. You can put the car at the bottom. Maybe add a little bit of green Play-Doh for the base so that the car is on ground. And take some more of that dark colored Play-Doh. Make 2 small, tiny balls. It's nice when the butterfly has eyes. Just takes 2 small little balls of gray, dark Play-Doh, and there you have his eyes. Not just the eyes, if you roll the dark Play-Doh very thinly, you can make antennae. The butterfly is using the antenna to go towards the flower. You've created a whole world here. You've got a car, the ground, the grass, the stem, the leaves, the flowers, the butterfly, and the sun. What a perfect name, Play-Doh Fun Factory. It's a lot of fun making these kind of things, and together you've got your own world. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more interesting Play-Doh videos.